What was Chris Russell doing at the moment Kuzi scores the game winner?
I almost threw my laptop. Of course, I'm working. I'm trying to feverishly, ridiculously, stupidly take notes, fellas, on everything that's going on, and it's almost a futile cause in overtime playoff hockey because, as you know, you can hardly keep up with the puck.
Right.
Even if you're dead, like locked in watching it, it's just such, back and forth, back and forth. But I'm sitting there just trying, and all of a sudden I see the break. And I've seen this before in this series, and I know immediately as soon as I see, I know it's good because I've seen it again before. The Penguins have not been able to stop the Capitals up the middle of the ice on these breaks. And then I lose sight of the puck because the stick, somebody throws their stick, or there was a broken stick that goes kind of flying past Matt Murray. So I wasn't sure if it was in. And then all of a sudden I hear Doc Emmerich screaming that it was in. And I'm like, like a little schoolgirl. I didn't grow up here, but I've been watching the Capitals long before I moved here. And, much like you guys who did grow up here, and I know you were talking about how, I think it was Cakes that mentioned, about going on this, great potential run during one of the breaks and whatever. I mean, I've been watching the Caps for so long. I mean, I was nearly in tears, man. Nearly in tears of joy, just so happy that, the fans finally got rewarded. Ovechkin finally got rewarded. And, selfishly for me that, as a dad of a kid with Down syndrome, Barry Trotz, dad of a kid with Down syndrome, that he finally got rewarded after so many years too.
And Rooster, I felt really good for Kuzi to pot the game winner because he had so many opportunities in this game to get on the scoring sheet. He had the seemingly wide open net with Murray sprawled on the ice. He fanned on a 2-on-1, which is a good opportunity. So for him to be vindicated to get the game winning goal, I thought was justice for the Caps.
No doubt. And he had not only that opportunity, Cakes, but he also had that first opportunity off the Crosby turnover from behind his goal line, where Crosby basically just gave it to, I forget who he gave it to, and the pucks just scored right out to Kuznetsov, who was off on an angle from the high slot. He wasn't directly in the high slot, and he fired one so badly, so wide of Murray earlier before that missed opportunity that you're talking about. So there was not one but two, and I was on with Craig and Nick last night in between the intermissions, and I was killing Kuzi because I was like, look, they're outplaying the Penguins. All they have to do is hit the damn net. Shoot the puck, number one, but hit the net when you get these golden opportunities. I said Kuznetsov's better than this. He was dominant in the third period, offensively and defensively on Saturday night. That's the Kuznetsov they needed. Took a little bit longer than I'm sure the Capitals would have liked, but man. And I was just watching the replay before I came on with you guys. I forgot about this. Lost in all the hoopla. As the Penguins carry the puck up the ice, Crosby gets it, and right as he gets it, who pokes it away from him?
Kuzi.
On his back check, Kuznetsov.
Yep.
I mean, unbelievable, right? I mean, this is the stuff of kind of, I don't want to get ridiculous here, stuff of legends.
Chris, talk about how the defense has played so much better the last few weeks. It was kind of the weak link all season long. They added a couple guys, but not big names towards the end of the season. But the defense really seems to be gelling, and obviously Holtby in the net.
No, you're right, JP. I mean, Kempny, 5 blocked shots last night to lead the way. I think they had, I want to say 15 blocked shots. Double check that in a sec. But Kempny had 5 of them, or like 33%, whatever the number is. Orpik is still a little bit easy, still physical. John Carlson has been amazing offensively, but he's been much more responsible defensively. Matt Niskanen took a bad penalty the other night, but he is still a very good all-around defenseman and finally beat his former team, as did Orpik. Dmitry Orlov, I can't tell you guys the difference from 2 years ago where he was all offense and you could see the light bulb on that way, but Barry couldn't trust him so much that he couldn't play in that 6-round elimination in Pittsburgh. Benjamin couldn't trust him, much like, Verana in Game 2 of the Columbus. It just could not trust him. So, you see the metamorphosis of this group, And Kempny has been such a great addition, as I mentioned. 5 block shots last night, guys. And then, look, they kept a lot of things clear of Holtby all series long. And I know Pierre talked about this. I think Milbury mentioned it a couple of times. A lot of times they kept things clear of Holtby so he could see. The one goal that they allowed was a deflection off of Chandler Stevenson's stick. That was even a clear shot and a clear angle. I mean, outside of Stevenson partially obstructing Holtby, nobody was in front. Nobody was parked in front, which was a problem all series long, that the Penguins were able to get a body in front of Holtby, and something I've been imploring the Caps to do. The Caps did it much more than the Penguins last night.